Welcome back, guys. Thanks for joining me for part 5 of the All the Beer No Idea Oktoberfest series that I'm doing. So basically, not all Oktoberfest beers, but a line of beers that sort of go along with Oktoberfest. So number 5, this one, we've had Binkert Hells to start. Then we had a Schwarz beer. We had Slosher Out. We've had the Harvest Fest beer. And now this is number 5, and we are off to Germany with this one. They're out of Berlin, and I think I'm going to pronounce this right. It is from Fuerst Wiacek, out of Berlin, like I say, and this is a can of their Pilsner Lager. Lovely can artwork, I do like that, and the colours. There we go. It's a 440ml can. This is coming in at 5% ABV and was picked up from Trembling Madness, an online order. And I believe, I've just checked, it was £3.65. So not too bad, to be honest. Now I've had a couple of their beers and they've been fantastic. So without further ado, let's get it cracked open. Yeah, the usual sort of ingredients really on the back of a German can. Drink fresh, keep cold, blah, blah, blah. Just give you another quick swirl of the can. There we go. There we go. So let's get it cracked open and see what we get. I don't have any of their glassware, so I'm going to put it in a nice tall Pilsner glass. It is clean, but it looks like grubby fingers has been all over it. Probably mine. Anyway, let's get it cracked and see what we get. Just come out of the fridge. It's nice and cold. I am expecting this to be very decent. Very decent. Like I said, I've had a couple of theirs in the past and they've been cracking beers. And to be fair, German craft, all right, I think actually on their website, if you're in Germany, I think they're about €2.75. This was $3.65 from somewhere over here. So really not bad, to be honest. Really not bad. So, beer in a glass, there we go. It's looking brighter your side, but it is actually a very sort of pale lemon looking colour with a nice amount of carbonation going up the glass. About a finger and a half of lovely compact pure white, pure brilliant white head, Dulux head on there. Looks decent. So gonna give it a swirl, dive in on the nose and see what we get. Big citrus note, big lemon citrus note. Hoppy. You get that little Pilsner bite on the nose, you can get that. Smells dry, clean, crisp. A little bready malt in the background. In fact, I'm not even going to say it's bread. Actually, it's. I wouldn't say it's a bready thing. It's more like a cracker sort of malt, biscuity malt maybe. But it smells really clean, it smells really crisp, it smells really refreshing, it smells really bloody good. So we're going to give it a top up. So, Fuerst Wiacek, Pilsner Lager, 5% ABV, out of Berlin. Let's give it a go. Prost. Cool. Quite tangy on the taste. A little bit too tangy, I'd say. We'll go in again though. Body 5%. It's got a Pilsner body. It's sort of light, not thin. Busy in carbonation. And you do feel that. It's got very much Pilsner feel in the body. Pilsner feel in the carbonation. It's got a proper spiky, hoppy kick to it. Yeah, it's going to be one that's sort of going to fill you up, I think, with a bit of gas. It's not really ruining the beer because it's doing exactly really sort of as a pilsner generally will. The carbonation in there is pushing them flavours around the mouth. They're really bringing them to life. I've got to say that sort of citrus note is quite strong, a little bit overpowering maybe. We'll get some more in there. You really get that hoppy bite to it as well. I mean, this is proper full-on pilsner bite, this is. Yeah, on the taste, you sort of get this maltiness trying to push through. The hops are coming in at exactly the same time, but they're the dominant sort of flavour in there. Very much like how I remember pilsners used to be quite a few years ago. Very much hop forward, very much in your face, very much with that bite to it. And then for me, you get this big citrus note that comes in. But I actually find that citrus sort of feel to it a little bit overpowering, if I'm honest. I'm not sure what hops they've used in this. I don't think it actually tells you. No, it just literally says water, barley, hops, yeast. And that is it, because no doubt I wouldn't be surprised. Well, it doesn't say it's brewed by the Reinheitsgebot on here, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was all sort of natural. But that's got a very strong citrus flavour, which is probably the downside to it, because it's just way too much there. It's not artificial as well. You can tell that it probably just because it's so hopped. And like I said, you really do get that sort of hoppy bite to it of a good pilsner. Pardon me. Really clean, really crisp. It's got a right snap to it when you drink it. 5%, it feels like a 5% beer. I think with that bitterness in there, being, I'm not going to say it's harsh, but it's very much in your face. It's really, going at you. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's a decent drop. It is a decent drop. I just think that citrus note, it's almost, you could even say it's got that tickle of grapefruit in it, maybe. It could even be a little bit of grapefruit. But it's got a hell of a bite to it. Yeah, for me, decent drop. Not as good as I thought it was maybe going to be. No disrespect to the beer, but I think just that sharp citrus note is a little bit too much, certainly for my taste buds. But otherwise, it is a very, very decent beer. Drinks like a pilsner. It's got a proper pilsner bite to it. It's clean and crisp, which is what you want from a pilsner. A nice ABV at 5%. It's, for me, it's 95% of the way there, but just that bit too much sort of citrus, sort of maybe possibly sort of grapefruit note in there gives it a little bit of a sort of a sharp end to it. But yeah, not too bad, but just a tad disappointing for me. So Fuerst Wiacek and their Pilsner Lager, 5%. I'm going to give it a thumbs up because that might just be my own personal taste. But like I say, the bulk of it is spot on. So yeah, they're my thoughts on this beer. If you've had anything from this brewery, let me know. Feel free to comment. I've literally, as I'm doing this, I have hit the 3,000 mark. I want to put a post up, but I'm not going to do it yet because as soon as I put one up, somebody will drop off and I'll go under the 3,000 sub mark. But in a couple of days, you may well see it when it rises a little bit above. So yeah, big thank you to everyone that supported the channel and watched, subbed, and been subbed for a long time. Big thanks to you. Keep watching and I'll keep putting the videos out. Enjoy your weekend. Cheers.